enhances your ASMR experience. And if it doesn't, I'm sorry. So I'm going to be doing a pyrography. Just get my inhaler out of the way. You don't need to know how I get asthma. Smoke. Okay, so I'm gonna do an explaining as I go video of pyrography. So the first thing I want to show you is actually the machine itself. So it's this like weird. You can't come too close because it's plugged in. It's this red box which has a little graph of the heat, a little knob to turn it hotter and lower, and a little switch to turn on or off. So you've got to make sure that the nib isn't touching anything because it gets real hot. It's not touching anything at all. And then you turn the power switch on, and then this little red light means that the power switch is on. When this light is on, that means the power switch is on, and when the power switch is on, this light comes on. So then there's a knob, so once you've turned the power on, the switch here, once you turn the switch on and the light is on, then you can turn the knob here. So the knob, you just twist until it clicks, and then you know that the nib is going to get hot. It's going to get real hot. So then you just twist the nib to the degree of heat that you want. So the lower makes it lower, and the higher makes it higher, which makes it hotter, makes the nib hotter. So don't touch the nib. See how the nib is starting to go orange? That means it's hot. When the nib is hot, when the nib is orange, it's hot. It's hot. When it's orange, it's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. When it's orange. So if this power thing is on, this light is on, and this switch is turned up high, the nib will go really, really hot and orange. I'm just going to turn it down now. Turn it right down. Turn it right down now. Pop it down. Pop it down. I'm just going to put this turned on with the switched on. I'm just going to put it to the side. So once you've done that, you just leave it to the side. You leave it off to the side. Leave it. Just leave it off to the side. So what I'm going to be doing today is a Celtic pattern, a Celtic knot pattern into a cheese platter. So I'm just going to pop this to the side for the moment, and it's just going to turn off. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw this pattern on to the cheese knife. Brush. So you turn the dial up. Oh, listen, you can hear the small planes. There's small planes in the background. That just bring a bit of spice of variety to your viewing pleasure. So now that we've turned it up nice and hot, it should start glowing red in a minute. In the green zone. Alright, so we're just going to do this dot first. Yep, nice and hot. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear this, especially not with the planes outside. So this was a freehand sketch, this one. I didn't do a transfer first. I probably should have because I'm shaking. What nice plane sounds, they're so loud. Okay. Not distracting at all. Okay. And this one goes like that. So what you do is you just press very gently the nib, the hot orange nib, the hot nib, very gently onto the wood. And then it makes a burnt sensation. A burnt sensation. Uh-oh. No, it makes a burnt line in the wood itself. You would have heard that one. It just got on fire a little bit. Which is fine. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, so then that comes up and down like that. You just trace. It's hard to over-explain pyrography because it's very straightforward. It's very straightforward. You just trace the lines that are already there. No mystery about it. It's just like drawing with the pencil or anything else. In fact, it's easier than that because it's just like tracing. Alright, how does that look? How does that look? How does that look? I mean, it's alright. Let's do the other side. Let's start again with that dot. Go from the top and just go down. And just trace that line. Which this drawing is kind of a continuous line drawing pattern that I did copy off the internet. Okay. Right. So you just trace those lines. This cheese knife is actually a gift for a friend. She basically volunteered one of these for her birthday present. I put up a thing that I gave to her daughter, and she was like, remember that last Celtic knot that I did? Yeah, I gave that to her daughter as a housewarming gift. Her daughter, and as a housewarming gift. And then she was like, my birthday's in November. And yeah, I was just like, well, I'll just make it now and give it to her now because I'll have forgotten by November. And while I'm on a roll, I might as well keep making art. For people who want it, the hardest thing about making art is knowing what to make because I don't want the art that I make generally. It's too cringeworthy because I made it. I don't think it looks very good. So I've got all of this art. Stop dropping it. So I've got all of this art that I make and I want to sell or give it to somebody who actually wants it. How's that? Not as good as that. What do you reckon? What do you think? It's okay. They're okay. Alright. Well, that's that done. We'll pop it to the side. Pop it to the side. Alright. So So again, it's very easy, it's just tracing those lines that I've already put there. Getting the pattern on the wood was the hard part, I suppose. And now we just trace that line as best we can. Alright, so what I'm going to do is the inside is going to be black and the outside is going to stay wood, and the inside of here I'm going to attempt to shade the edges. This could be quite a long video. I suppose. I might have to do it in multiple parts. Can you hear those electronics buzzing? God, everything's so loud. Okay. I wonder if you can hear the actual sizzle of the wood, because I definitely can. Can you hear that? Also, the whole house is expanding in the heat. The heat is over here, weird bumps and clicks and noises. That's just the shed house we've got going on here, the house expanding in the heat. It's very hard to keep a steady hand, just in general, but while holding something hot as well. Getting smooth lines to not be wobbly is very hard. So wobbly. I wonder if the handle of this thing is supposed to get this hot, because it's quite hot right now. Like here is quite warm. It's quite warm here. I mean, I should probably tone it down, I suppose. But then it doesn't burn as smoothly and it wobbles even more than my hand. The more I concentrate on this, the less talking I can do. Can't do two things at once. Alright. So my this slowly. Cotton shoulder. So annoying. I might have to make this into multiple videos because it's taking too long. Do you think? Alright. So this is getting still hot. Because it's still hot, I have to hold it back here. Anyway, I'm just gonna turn it up. Alright. Shaking, I might have to stop soon. It's so annoying. You just have to work slowly, little bits at a time, little bits, little bits, little bits, little bits at a time. I guess this will be a series now. I just don't want to stop, you know. I just want to keep going. My hand is like, oh, look at it, that's ridiculous. As a drama. Alright.
what's that old? It's like a paradigm saying that you must suffer for your art. I feel like that's happening now, but also my art is suffering for me. Like, because I'm the artist. The artwork is suffering because I'm the one doing it. Alright, anyway. I hope you enjoyed this first installment. I will turn this off. I will turn the knob until it clicks. And then I'll flick the switch that makes the light go off. And then this will cool down eventually. This will cool down. It cools down pretty fast actually. So I'll just pop it to the side as well. And this is as much as we got done today.